I mean, it's just 2 races we've seen this.
Austin Dillon trying to
look at them
battle Joey Logano for third.
Even deeper into the playoffs.
Well, I can tell you right now, William Byron, Cole Custom, Matty
Those guys have had a pretty solid last couple of weeks, if I do say so myself. So here comes the 22 trying to cross back over on him. This is pretty much the battle on the racetrack right now, as Brad Keselowski has absolutely checked out on the rest of the field. Nothing really major has happened in this race. Other than the stage breaks, it has mostly stayed green. As Austin Dillon has completely passed Joey Logano now.
They've done a phenomenal job already at the start of these playoffs. The one thing that will hurt them is they...
Right now, William Byron, Matt DiBenedetto, Ryan Blaney, and Cole Custer, I believe, are below the cutoff line heading to Bristol, which is the cutoff race next Saturday night, as Joey Logano gets back past Austin Dillon.
Throw a yellow because it won't take much. We've gone green flag for pretty much the whole night. Brad Keselowski comfortably ahead, 7 laps to go. But
Brad up by 2.5 seconds on second place Martin Truex Jr.
He got by Logano. Looked like he was going to drive away.
Truex and Chase both have recovered well after the incident at Darlington last week. Truex running in second, Chase in 5th. There's Chase coming up on the right side of your screen.
Junior, you mentioned it, a race where there has not been an...
Richmond hasn't really been a strong track for Chase, but the setup that they were running from the fall of 2018, it's working out for them, as they're running in the top 5 and 29 points ahead of the cutoff.
Any kind of debris pretty much anywhere.
And it looks like if things finish where they are, looks like Denny Hamlin is going to clinch his way into round 2 on points.
I will say, though, I'll give NASCAR credit. You know, a couple years ago they made the statement, we're going to be very clear and clean with our yellows, and I think they've done overall a pretty good job since then.
Well, it's been a...
As Brad Keselowski continues to dominate. He's been dominating ever since the second stage when he and Austin Dillon were battling it out. Hamlin won stage 1, but after that his performance has gone down.
Austin Cindric in the Xfinity Series clinched the regular season championship. That's going to be a lot of playoff points for him that he'll be able to advance through the round.
That's big for Cindric in the Xfinity Series. Out of the Penske stable. Penske already has Keselowski, Logano, and Blaney, and DiBenedetto, who's running with the Wood brothers this year. All in all, a pretty good weekend for the captain, as now we have 2 laps to go.
And now, with just 2 laps to go and a 2.5 second lead, Brad Keselowski is backing up what he said earlier.
White flag will go in the air. One more time around, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
You heard it. He won't get to you. 2.6 seconds, the difference between...
Just get it through the final few corners, let it ride, and take the checkered flag and head for home. Brad Keselowski, in a dominating effort, is going to advance to the second round in style. Brad Keselowski takes the checkered flag in Richmond.
For the round of 12, he wins again at Richmond.
Truex second, followed by Logano, Austin Dillon, and Chase. Getting a surprising top 5. You heard them, keep it going. Momentum is so crucial in the playoffs.
That will lock him in also on points into the round of 12.
That is Brad's 4th win of the season.
For Brad Keselowski, breaking a tie with Fireball Roberts on the all-time wins list in NASCAR. And I think anytime you can be tied with or be better than a guy named Fireball. You're going to cherish that.
As he burns it down, heading into turn 1. Checkered flag moment brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. And I imagine before the celebration is completely done, crew member will come out and give him the American flag.
Steve, you always talk about the bucket of points. Keep filling it up if you can. Playoff points so important to help.
As he pulls into the former Richmond victory lane, used in the late 90s, early 2000s. I remember that from when Tony Stewart got his first win.
It was almost a matter of fact how well he knew they were going to run. He backed it up in a big way.
As Brad prepares to exit the race car and get an interview with NBC Sports.
Dominate the race at Richmond. Marty.
And Brad's going to climb out. He doesn't have his traditional American flag. They couldn't find it at the pit box, but nonetheless, a win to celebrate for Brad Keselowski. This car has now raced twice. This car has now won twice. And I like how Brad took care of it. No burnout tonight, because he knows this could be the car he might race for a championship with. Of course, he'll fix the body between now and then, obviously, but Brad gonna put on his mask here. Well, you called your shot to us on Thursday, Brad, but did you honestly expect to lead almost half the laps tonight in this race?
Yeah, it was a great race here, Marty, for us and the two teams. This is, I think, my car from Loudon.
It is, yes.
And, you know, I want to do a really cool burnout with it, but I want this car for Phoenix. It's 2 for 2, and, man, I'm real pumped. I don't want to look too far ahead. We got to get there. The next round's going to be really difficult, but still, I'm really pumped about this performance and the way we ran on short tracks. And felt like coming in here with the Western Star Alliance Ford Mustang that we would run well, Marty, but, man, this thing was awesome.
Well, so what kind of statement, Brad, is this for Phoenix that could be what's coming and what your team could do when you get to that track?
We got to get there. You know, the last few years I haven't made it all the way, so we got to get all the way there, but if we can get to Phoenix, we're going to be really good.
To dominate on a night like this, Brad, when strategy is all over the place, how patient did you have to be when cars were in front of you on different strategies all night long?
I'm very patient. I tell you, it's a chess game, and I got blinders on. I don't know what everybody's doing and who's where and who's on what strategy, but Jeremy Bowens, the whole team, excellent performance. I can't thank them enough. Thank you, team. Thank you, everybody at Team Penske that gave me such a great car, and it's a really special day, Marty. Thank you.
He leads 192 laps. He called it on Thursday, Rick. He said, if we don't go dominate and win, we're going to be disappointed. I think Brad Keselowski has a lot to be happy about tonight here at Richmond.
Big time performance for Brad as
We're going to hear from more drivers from
he protects that car for Phoenix. That's a good idea. Keselowski wins in Richmond. We got Bristol next week. Stick around.